No, it's still not even August, but it kind of reminds me of the passing of time. It's going to be fall and winter before we know it. Oh, how's that working? That looks pretty clear. Let me see if I can clear this a little more. I was thinking there's a little fuzz. I better get my water. I better get my coffee. Hopefully you guys are getting, that's kind of pretty over there. We'll just kind of go shoot it off that way for now. Yeah, we'll give you the different view. You guys might like it. I'm not even in that view. Some of you might miss me. If you miss me, I'm right here. Could get a candle too. Celebrate the darkness with a candle. There we go. Let's turn it back over now. Kind of enjoyed using this mug. Reminds me of friendship. My coffee's gonna be a little weak this morning. I was itching for some more pumpkin spice, and that's what I decided to brew up. But I didn't have very much left in the bag, so made it not as potent as I usually would. Hello, 5359 Shmuel. Is Shmuel the name of the rabbi in The Chosen? Or maybe even the Bible? Finished up season. Am I coming to Pakistan? No. No. Certainly not coming to Pakistan. No, I apologize. I don't mean any disrespect, but Pakistan's... You know, I've just pictured of all the places I might want to go, and Pakistan isn't very high up. Maybe it's naivete or being dumb or American. It just seems dry and crowded and like a hard place to live. Yeah, and again, I don't know. I mean, it's right. It borders India. In India, I picture, and probably just spots in India are very lush and jungly, if you will. There's probably spots that are dry and hard as well. But yeah, I don't plan to visit that area of the world anytime soon. I got probably places I'd visit sooner, but other things on my mind besides travel right now. But maybe the travel would take, maybe that's why people travel, to get stuff off their mind. I don't know. But anyway, good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. Is it July 31st? I think it's July 31st, and it is 6:04 a.m. Happy Thursday. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing where I'm at and what's going on and how I'm doing and kind of the adventures of one man's life as he travels down the path. Good morning, Teeter. For those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. Good morning, Mr. Guy. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I'm usually really, really excited to take my first sip. I almost feel I have a slight cold coming on, a little bit of a cough, a slight sore throat, and like some congestion in my ears. But I'm going to try and put that all on the back burner. Because I don't know. Because this is the part of the show where I have my first sip and I say how excited I am. So I'm so excited to have my first sip, and my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Ouch. My watch was hurting my wrist. Holy smokes, I got a hole in my wrist from the dial on my watch. I was doing something dumb. I had my watch pushed against my hand and was kind of folding it up in an awkward position. And it hurt. Well, thank you, Remington. Yes, it is good coffee. It is good coffee, I'll tell you. It's the pumpkin spice, it's Dunkin' Donuts. I'm gonna have to go pick up some more. This was kind of an accidental purchase. I bought it because it was an amazing sale at the store. It was $3.50 for a bag. Oh. Yeah, smoking cigarettes is hard to quit. I mean, they're all probably hard to quit. Everything's probably hard to quit. Probably. I mean, honestly, alcohol and weed didn't seem that hard for me to quit. But I'm picturing Teeter out there, and I almost put cigarettes in a different class. And maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. But I think if you get on the other side, you're really happy you did. Let's see. Somebody said it's a nice hobby. Smoking cigarettes? Smoking cigarettes is a nice hobby? I don't think so. It's kind of a gross hobby. It makes your house smell, your car smell, your hands smell, your breath smell. It's really a gross hobby. Oh, your clothes smell. I tell you, it works. It's such an efficient delivery system of such unhealthy things. Again, I smoked for about a year and a half, and a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I smoked. I did smell some. I walked through a waft the other day. I thought it was an appealing smell. I don't know why that is. But anyway, I smoked a cigarette maybe a month ago, my first in about 2 years. And it's amazing how big of a rush or dizzy it makes you, or like a short-term high, if you will. Dragon and Art says, how am I doing? Keep a smile on, because everyone is pretty with it. Yeah, people are prettier with smiles. Not everyone feels comfortable doing it, which is weird. I think you can tell a lot by a person's smile. If it's big and generous, I think they, I don't know, it seems like a window into somebody's soul, their smile. Thank you for subscribing, Zaid. I hope you enjoy my show, my content. I post a lot of videos. I go live every morning. Let's see. Hello, I'm from Nepal. Can I help you? $20, please. No. No, I cannot send you $20. And your name is Casino Master. May I suggest to you, you change your name and you change how you identify yourself away from Casino Master. Hello, Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie, the one that's at least watching my show today, is of a certain age. He just referenced or referred to Fantasy Island and Mr. Rourke and Tattoo and various celebrities coming on the island, and Mr. Rourke coming out saying, "Smiles, everyone, smiles." Congratulations, Mia. Am I an actor? No, I am not an actor. I'm a guy that works hard, that's had some challenges, that's had some, I think our biggest challenges are between our ears. I think no matter what life throws at us, if we can get our head on straight or keep our head on straight or have some faith, those challenges seem like little bumps in the road. And I'm telling you, it happens to me. I get super anxious, I get super worried, I get super afraid where I struggle sleeping or something will be weighing heavily on my mind. And those times are hard for me. And sometimes I think I'm past them or I'm beyond them or I found a cure to them. And they creep back in a little bit. But I think the way to deal with them, sorry, I thought it was a pretty sunrise. I don't know if you, oh, you can. See the sun popping through the clouds and the orange sky behind. KT's challenge is feeling like a victim and feeling like you're being mistreated. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, or that life's not fair even. That life's not fair. Because if you think life's not fair, you think you're a victim and you think you're being mistreated. Good morning, sad man. How are you? So, yeah. Anyway, it's Thursday morning. Life's not fair because it doesn't keep score. What do you mean by that? Doesn't keep score. Like we should be all allocated a certain amount of blessings. And a certain amount of struggles, or because some other guy has it all worked out, or because he doesn't, or because we don't, we think we don't. Rockaway says the universe is random. If it is random, and I'm all right going down this thought, if it is random, it's so perfectly random that we are here today using these amazing iPhones and technology and sitting in our homes and drinking coffee. So again, if it is random, the perfection of the randomness is almost hard to imagine. Yeah. Which brings us back to faith a little bit. Jason asked God for guidance and protection. Um, asking God for guidance and protection. I think it's probably good to feel that you can ask somebody for that. Yeah. Let's see. Poor Julie Flanagan. Julie Flanagan's having to do more work than Julie needs to. I think Julie needs a relaxing cup of coffee. Unless, what if Julie's just in a bad mood and is muting all sorts of people? Gonna mute me. Julie's rarely in a bad mood. Julie's a good soul. Hello, Benji from Australia. Should we go to subscriber only? All right. I don't want Julie having to be stressed. I do not want Julie being stressed. Subscribers, you're going to have to stick around for 5 minutes if you want to make comments on my show. Oh, that way Julie can relax, sit back and have a cup of coffee. Let's keep an eye on what that does to the audience. We got 35 people watching. We got 13 thumbs up. Is that going to grow or go down because I turned it to subscriber only? I think over time my show grows during the show as it progresses. Sometimes it takes a little while. There you go, Julie, relax. Teeter, you're still here. Julie and I have talked about removing you a couple different times, but we believe you're from Montana. And Julie's got a soft spot for Wyoming, and I got a soft spot for Montana, so we'll keep you around. Just don't you mess with any baby rattlesnakes. Sad man, I'm sure she is. Raw Dog throwing out a song by Kansas. It's so funny, because that song, Dust in the Wind, so reminds me of being in 4th grade. And being at Burger King down the street from my grade school Pierce Downer and hearing Dust in the Wind. I don't even know if that's a good song. I don't even know if Kansas was a real good band. They had a couple popular songs. Certainly that was their big hit, at least one I'm aware of. Teeter's from Montana, but originally Texas. Teeter doesn't want me moving the Middle East, any part of the Middle East, to Montana. I kind of miss Montana a little bit. That was a good state, I think. I liked it. It has my fondest, I mean, when I look back to last summer, which was just about a year ago that I was getting home, so weird. I was just about a year ago, I was getting home to my sister's house. Rode my scooter 500 miles on that last day and got to my sister's house at like 9:30 at night. She was having kind of a family reunion. None of us knew she was sick, or I didn't know she was sick. And she passed about 2 months ago. Really hard to believe. Yeah. It was an amazing ride across Montana. A lot of the cities start with the letter B in Montana, don't they? Bozeman and Big Sky and I don't know, there's a few others. I'm drawing a blank right now. Well, thank you, Teeter. Yeah. Thank you. It is sad, and I don't think it's fully hit me yet. But it certainly sent tremors through our family. I mean, I lost my brother 3 years ago, And that sent tremors through our family. And our family dynamics have certainly changed with both losses. But with my sister, it was especially, she was like the gathering spot. So it kind of brought us together and kept us together. But my brother Steve was probably the one I was most like, and my mom as well. Oh, well, thank you, Sad Man. Again, I want to be able to talk about it, and I'm not trying to bum anybody out. Yeah, but it was weird. I was thinking about that, and it was just about a year ago that we got there. Yeah, so. It's cold in Montana this morning. Well, how cold is cold, Teeter? Did you miss Texas at all? Again, I've described Montana as the Texas to the north. I think there's a lot of similarities between Montana and Texas. Big, dry, cowboy-like, rattlesnakes, horses, kind of beauty in a arid, sore climate. Gonna get a little more coffee. You guys can come with. You guys can come with. Tell you what, yesterday morning I repotted a couple plants. And oh yeah, I posted that video on TikTok and YouTube. I kind of enjoyed doing it. Started early, had the supplies in my house, and think the plants are gonna be a lot better for it. And just felt kind of good getting productive and getting that done early, and feeling like my plants are over there, enjoying the fresh dirt and what have you. Somebody said it feels like fall this morning in Chicago. I haven't been outside. Let's see. Harriet Williams tries to pray in a certain order. Thanks, praise, request for others, request for me, more thanks. That's interesting, Harriet. I've never heard of such a deliberate strategy when it comes to praying. Yeah, kind of like the way I talk, the way I pray is just random thoughts. And it comes out when it comes out. I rarely sit down and go, okay, let's pray. I just feel my mind racing and going in the wrong direction. And I'll just thank God for something or other, and that usually helps a little bit. But kudos to you for having your prayer so organized. Kind of excited to go outside. Everyone's saying it's cold out there. Good morning, Angela. Sad Man tries to stick to the rosary. So does that make you Catholic, Rose, or Sad Man? Is that who does the rosary? It's cold. How cold is it out? I haven't been outside yet. You guys are kind of getting me excited. I want to go put on jeans and a sweatshirt and go for a nice long walk on this crisp morning. Meeting a friend out for coffee today. Actually, I'd call him a friend. I reached out to him. I edit all these videos, and they become shorts and reels and TikToks. So any shorts, reels, or TikToks you see are about 2 months old in time. In the video I was editing yesterday, I was talking about the owner of the hotel I stayed at when I first moved in, and how he actually gave me this kitchen table. And I thought about him and remembered how good of a guy he was, and how he was kind of my first friend in Appleton. And without his, I don't know if I want to call it generosity, but I'd say flexibility, because I moved up here, I didn't really have any money, and he let me set up a kind of a payment plan, if you will, where I didn't have to pay I'd just pay what I could at the beginning and catch up by the end. And he was really cool and really nice, and a really interesting guy. But anyway, I reached out to him, asked him how he was doing, and he kind of answered a little bit and described something in his life as okay. And I responded, hey, is there anything I can do for you? And he said, well, maybe a coffee sometime. And I said, let's meet today. So I'm meeting him this morning. And look forward to seeing how he's doing and what's up and how business is and if there's anything he needs. Am I a Packers fan? It's so weird because my interest in sports, and I don't know if it's the age or the alcohol or the mentalness or what, is fading so quickly. I don't know if I could watch a game and care at all, really. And I don't know why that is. I mean, I have gone through a lot and done a lot of mental studies and worked on myself a lot, but because of that, I've almost put off, I've learned to deal with real challenges in life. And whether my team, whoever my team is, wins or loses on the football field or the baseball diamond or the basketball court, seems so non-important to me. It almost makes me sad. I wish I cared more about sports these days. I think. I mean, I don't know if I really do. But I just don't find myself caring that much. Steven says, shows that I was really into watching in sports, but only really watch now with a little bet for interest. Yeah, I used to be a fan. I used to love the Bears. I didn't miss a kickoff, and I barely missed a pitch for the Cubs. And now I don't even know if the Cubs are good or bad or close to winning the playoffs or being in the playoffs, and I just don't care. And being up here in a football excited state like Green Bay, I think it'd be neat to go to Lambeau Field and to be passionate. But it's not in me anymore. And I don't know why that is. 420 says, getting older and things gone woke. I don't think wokeness has anything to do with my lack of sports interest. Jolly Rancher was sad that Ryan Sandberg died. Yeah. And that was strange. I saw so many people posting about that on Facebook. Was I a big fan of the Cubs when they won the World Series? Honestly, I was a huge fan of the Cubs from like 77 to 2004. And my interest started to fade a little bit. I was still drinking in 2016 when they won it. But honestly, I was drunk and stoned the night they won the World Series, and I barely remember the last game. Oh, back to Ryan Sandberg. He was there during so much of my Cub fanness. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. I'm understanding or accepting about life and death a little bit. And Ryan Sandberg's passing I just dealt with my sister passing 2 or 3 months ago. So I guess in perspective, Ryan Sandberg's passing probably shouldn't be that meaningful. Yeah. And I don't know what I'm saying or what I mean. I don't think I'm cold. I care. I worry. But I'm also accepting a life and death a lot more than I ever thought I could be. Did I hear about the car that drove into Portillo's yesterday? I actually did 55, but only from Facebook. I was a little worried because somebody died, and I feel obviously, I think it was a little boy or girl that died, and that, I mean, honestly, that makes me a lot more sad than Ryan Sandberg passing. Yeah. You know, Ryan Sandberg had a good life. Um, you know, but a little baby boy or girl in the town of where I've been in that Portillo's a whole bunch of times. Apparently, some guy crashed a car into a Portillo's, and I don't want to make this show a bummer, but into a Portillo's in Oswego where my daughters live with their mom, and 14 people were pretty badly hurt, and one little baby lost his life, and you know, that certainly is sad. What is a Portillo's? Yeah, it's a awesome Italian. I mean, it certainly used to be awesome. It's still pretty dang good. I mean, it's Italian beef and sausage, and you dip your bread. I've done a bunch of videos. I've probably done a video at that Portillo's. They got big shakes and like hot dogs and hamburgers and really good food. And it was a chain, I think, that was started in the Chicago area that now is national here in the United States. Yeah, it's hot dog, beef joint. Yeah, it sounded like it was accidental. You know, I don't scream for vengeance or want whoever crashed his car. You know, I think a lot of people, I feel for the guy that crashed his car, honestly, too, because that's going to be a life-crushing event for him. And assuming it was accidental, and if it wasn't, I think it's going to be even more life-crushing. Oh. Let's see. So it's Thursday morning. Got a hint of a cold. Just a hint. Had the last 2 days off. Faced something yesterday that had been weighing heavily on my mind, and it went it went fairly okay, and we came to some resolution. I'll just say it was about parenting time with my little ones. And my ex and I haven't seen eye to eye about that over the last, you know, since we've been divorced, really. I mean, since we met, we never got along. But we came to a agreement, at least in the near term, which is gonna enable me to see my kids on a regular basis, or not super regular, but on a schedule. And I'm happy about that, but there's like a sadness in me as well that it came to this. It doesn't feel like relief. I mean, I feel okay. I know I'm going to see my kids, and I know that's going to be awesome. But I'm still sad that it came to this, and that we couldn't come together. I don't know, make it work, do what's right. Get along. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody talked about the news outlets. Yeah, Teeter, it's best to stay. Julie says she sees it as a small win. It's not a win. I guess what I'm saying is it's not a win for me. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I've been up at night. I had a hard time sleeping. I had a hard time sleeping and felt sad about it. I don't know why, really. Will they come stay with me for a bit? Yeah, they will. But again, I feel for my kids because I think ideally their parents would get along better than we did. And it's going to make their life harder, and that makes me sad a little bit. Connie said she had to travel to see her kids and it makes it difficult. Yeah, parenting is difficult enough. My first divorce and marriage was so disappointing and so crushing that I think I rushed into a second marriage hoping to do it better and thought it would work and thought it'd be magical. And that fell upon it, collapsed on itself. And it led me to here in front of you today. It led me to living in my car, being sober, finding faith, doing coffee with Ken. That's what this show's about. I was on a path, so I think things do happen for a reason. I was on a path of chasing women and drugs and alcohol and money. Let's see, women, drugs, alcohol, money. And now I don't chase any of those. I really don't. So maybe it happened for a reason. And there's two beautiful kids in this world because of our relationship. And although it's not working out the way I dreamed, maybe it happened for a reason. Somebody said, will they come stay with me? Yeah, apparently, I gotta buy a bunch of stuff. Don't know where it'll go. I mean, fortunately, it's a fairly big one-bedroom apartment with extra space, and it's just me in here. And I can probably, if we can all sleep in the same room, slide my bed all the way to the wall and fit their little baby beds in there. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure it'll work out if I can fit my full 4 grown nieces and nephews here. I can certainly fit my little ones. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. And part of the reason I came up here, I had an allotted parenting time that was yucky and gross and in 4-hour increments, like 3 days a week. And I was living in my car. I was sad about a million different things. And I didn't feel safe having the kids because I'd pick up the kids and it was winter time and we'd go from McDonald's to the gym to the library to the whatever and then take them home. And it was just pulling 2 little toddlers in and out of my car and having them in public places. And honestly, I didn't feel it was as safe as it should be because I think it's hard taking 2 toddlers out and without having a place for them, a home, place with walls that can contain them a little bit. It was amazingly challenging, and I didn't feel it was best for anybody. So it brought me here. So I am looking forward to having them in this apartment and having them be safe and run around and knock into walls and knock things over and kick balls and be a little boy and a little girl with a dad that loves them. So that'll be nice. Your parents divorced when you were 3. The court separated me and my sister to each parent, which has had terrible consequences. Yeah, I would imagine that's rare. That does sound terrible. There's no great way. I just don't think there's a great way. Yeah, I don't think there's a great way. I can't really blame the court system. I can't even really blame my ex-wife. I don't have a great solution for a happy parenting with during divorce. You know, I've done it twice. It's grotesque. And my big girls, I think, are turning out real well. I think their mom did a great job, and I did what I could. But it's certainly not the way that I would have liked it, for sure. Oh. But anyway, it's Thursday morning. Meeting a guy out. Might pick up some work. I've had the last 2 days off, which has been nice. But I'm feeling, yeah, I guess when you start worrying about one thing, and I've got a lot of worries on me, I think you start worrying about all sorts of things, and one worry leads to another, and then I'm going, okay, well, I got to buy a bunch of stuff because my little ones will be coming here, and then I got to make more money and do this and that, and I haven't worked in 2 days, and your mind starts spinning. And I think my mind was spinning during the night. And when your mind's spinning, and when you're worried, and when you're anxious, you think you're going to be those feelings forever. And you think that's what life is. But who knows what's around the corner, if I get a good night's sleep tonight, or I don't know, I have a good encounter with a veteran, or a nice smile from a woman, suddenly I'll feel like I'm walking in the clouds again. And for me, as an emotional guy, the volatility of those emotions can hurt sometimes. Let's see, how old are my kids? Well, that's exciting. When you say that, it's exciting. My little ones are coming up on 3, 2.5, 4.5, 16, and 19. And when you say that, it reminds me that my smallest one, a beautiful little girl named Eve, her birthday's coming up. And there was a deep sadness in me that I wouldn't see her on her birthday or ever again, or all sorts of worried thoughts. And I'm excited, at least, although there's going to be so many challenges, that thought's no longer there. Yeah. We got a great audience today. We got 54 people watching. By the way, I've done a lot of indoor gardening. I'm wondering if my little ones, I wonder if they understand plants and to not pull over the plants. This is where some of my thoughts. And if they did, I could find a way to make it work. I could put them somewhere or put them up. But I don't know. I could see, I don't know, going to the bathroom, coming out and seeing Augie sitting on the floor in a big pile of dirt with my plants all around him. It's funny. I mean, it makes me laugh and smile and almost cry just thinking about how happy that would make me. But honestly, if I came out of the bathroom and saw it, I'd go, wow. I did videos about repotting that hibiscus, Augie. Don't do that. Kids are so cute. Let's see. Think how much the little ones will look up to my oldest siblings. We got a lot of work before that happens. Just getting the 4 of us together's been nearly really tough. I wish it was that way. Ideally, it'd be that way. On my keychain, I'm gonna go get it. Hold on. I'm gonna get some coffee too. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But my older ones weren't always so copacetic with my second ex-wife. But either way, I talked earlier about riding my scooter across the country and going to my sister's house for a family reunion. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a keychain that says Dad right there. And I don't know if you can see that. But on the other side, there's a picture of me, my two older girls. That's Eve in my arms, and that's Augie squirming in my daughter Erin's arms. And that's my second girl, Morgie, right there. So, yeah. No, it's really nice having that. And honestly, this was a gift from my ex-wife. She got it for me for Father's Day, and we might have still been trying to make it work during Father's Day. And ended up giving it to me on my birthday last year, and it was really nice. No, not all girls. My son, I have a boy named Augie. Who's, I don't know, is he 4.5? He's not 4.5 yet. He's 4.25. Augie's got Down syndrome. So he's my sweet little nugget of love. His mama sent me videos of them playing in a creek and in West Virginia. And he's got his shirt off and he's standing by the water and he's kind of picking up rocks and swinging his arm back and forth and throwing the rocks and having a nice time. He got a haircut the other day. Personally, I think she lets his hair get a little long where it's down in his eyes. I mean, he's beautiful no matter what, but he looks so cute when he's got his haircut. His little sister's learning to say haircut. And when I FaceTime in the morning, she points at Augie's head and says, haircut, haircut. Oh, they're at that cute stage right now. They certainly are. I really enjoyed, okay, I struggled when my older girls got in their teens. They're still in their teens. That was a hard stage. And I think it's harder when you're divorced you don't see them every day when they're going through those tough times. But the few times you do see them, they act like they hate you. So you get almost no warm and fuzzies. I don't know how I would have dealt with it. I got a temper. I don't know how I would have dealt with my older ones getting into their teens and their, I don't know. Why do we call it terrible twos? Terrible teens. When they're disgusted by their parents. It's amazing. How do we all survive? Oh. It's good. What time is it? It's 6:50. What time am I meeting my buddy out? 9 o'clock. I was gonna say I got some work to do, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't at all. And I can kind of do whatever I want this morning till 9. I can pick up a shift or I cannot. Oh, I wanted to talk about The Chosen last night. I've been watching The Chosen a lot. Really good show. I've been watching on Prime. Am I a punctual person? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm probably as punctual as a person as there is. I take commitments or being on time really seriously, like it's a problem. I don't know if it's OCD or what, but I don't like to be late or make people wait for me. I think it's kind of rude. But anyway, I watched The Chosen, and I thought it was a 5-season show that is finished and that was done, and that I was going to get the end of the story and Jesus coming back to life, and being crucified and then coming back to life. And I've been going through season 5, and it's the Easter week. Coming up on the first Good Friday and the first Easter. And so funny. The Roman guards are coming down to pick up Jesus to put him in jail the day or two before he gets crucified. And Judas comes up and gives Jesus, this is a spoiler alert, but if you don't know the story, where have you been the last 2,000 years? But Judas kisses Jesus on the cheek, and then the show ends. And I'm like looking for the next episode. And then I'm wondering, oh, did The Chosen decide to end the show? All this, the 5 seasons was stopping for this moment? And this is where the writers decided to end it, with the betrayal of Judas to Jesus? Or Judas's betrayal of Jesus with a kiss? Could this be? And then I Googled it. And it turns out they've got more seasons. They've got more seasons. Surprised me. Really surprised me. So I don't know what to do. I'd planned my life around getting to the end of The Chosen. Now I feel like I wonder how long I have to wait in the off season. I don't know if I would have watched it if it wasn't all finished. You know what I mean? A little bit. First world problems. Oh, it was something else. There was something else. Oh, you guys know I was a waiter at various times in my life. I had a buddy send me a link to a restaurant bar that's going to be opening up in downtown Appleton called The Vault. And I happened to walk by it. I knew they were making it right over there, right next to a Chase Bank, apparently. It's a restaurant bar that's set inside a safe or a vault. Kind of creepy if you ask me. But either way, I'm sure it's going to get a good crowd, and it's going to be probably a upscale bar or maybe restaurant, I don't even know. But there was a sign out in front that said, now hiring, apply within. I go, hey, I think things happen for a reason. I've been a waiter before. The money's pretty good. I've got 2 jobs now. But, you know, I'm always open to other opportunities, and I've enjoyed waiting tables before. So I got online. I took a picture of the sign so I knew where to go. It said, send your resume in. So I got on. It said, email this guy at some email address. And he said, oh, no, our bar staff is full. You know, you can send a resume in. And I go, huh. It was kind of an afterthought for me. Or he goes, we're fully staffed. That's what he said. He goes, no, we're fully staffed. So, but you can send a resume in, we'll keep it on file. And I explained, oh, I saw the sign, now hire. And he goes, well, we're still hiring for kitchen. Yeah, but our front of house staff is fully staffed. And I thought about it, and I thought about sending a resume in. And then I realized he's fully staffed and I'm fully employed. So he didn't need me, and I guess I didn't really need him. So maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. No, maybe not. I don't want 3 jobs, but I was kind of curious. Again, I've been a waiter before. I enjoyed it a lot in Yellowstone. And I mean, not a lot. You hustle, but you make pretty darn good money. And I thought it was going to be this new cool place. I've never been a bartender. Maybe they'd hire me as a bartender. God works in his ways. Maybe everything's meant to be. It's a block that way. It would be wonderful going to work from here. Thought maybe it was a sign. My buddy sent me the link the night before. I thought things were really working out. And apparently they weren't. Apparently it wasn't meant to be. So I told the guy, hey, good luck on the opening. I probably will stop in and check it out. I appreciated that he got back to me quickly. But it was kind of funny because, again, he said he's fully staffed. And I thought about it, and I guess I'm fully employed. I'm still trying to figure out how to transition from one job to the next smoothly. I think I'm doing it pretty perfectly, but I think I always strive for more perfect and want it to be more seamless of a transition than it necessarily has been. Am I close to Lake Winnebago? I am. I think it's about 4 miles straight that way. I've driven on it. I came up in here in February and drove on it with my friend Julie and her husband Steve, and I thought that was neat. I saw my first sturgeon hanging outside of bars. We went in a couple cool Wisconsin bars that day, and they had something to drink, and I had something to drink. But yeah, I'm pretty close to Lake Winnebago. Why do you ask? I think Lake Winnebago is strangely shallow. I've been to it a couple times, but the water looks so murky. And yeah, the water looked so murky. I went maybe a month ago to a park, High Park, State Park, and there was kids swimming in it, and they were out like 100 yards or so, but it was only waist deep at that point. And to me, that says not great fishing, because most fish don't want to just swim in the shallows. If I thought about it a little more, and I thought about it a little bit ago, it might be fun to look into owning a cabin up here in Wisconsin. Yeah, it'd probably be fun to own a cabin up here on a lake. Probably get one for cheap. I think there's a ton of lakes. I don't even know, but I looked on a map. Somebody sent me a home or a cabin to on a lake about an hour away from here, and I looked at the map on Redfin, and there were a whole bunch of lakes and a whole bunch of cabins for sale all around there. So there must be a lot. Don't know what my point is. I'd like to catch some dang fish. I don't know how many fish you catch in Lake Winnebago. I don't know if you do it from the shore. I lost the faith that you do it from the shore. I don't know why I haven't fished in the Fox River again, although I went 3 times and I didn't catch anything. Makes me think it might not be a great spot to fish. Maybe I'm just impatient. Maybe I suck at fishing, but I know that's not true. I don't know. Good morning, James Van Dam. How are you? Can I stream around it someday? I mean, if I thought it would be super interesting, I would. I would. Opal, I thought of you this morning, and I said this cup reminds me of friendship when I when I chose it this morning. I selected this cup specifically thinking of you. Better to have a friend with a weekend lake cabin or trailer? I don't know. Might be nice for me. I don't know if I want to own a house in Appleton, but I think it could be fun having a getaway where I could go whenever I wanted. Go take my little ones to. Let them play in the woods and, I don't know, look for snakes, look for frogs, teach them how to fish a little bit. Maybe learn how to fish myself, catch some fish. I guess because I think some of the lakes have very clear water around here. In the murkiness of Lake Winnebago, I guess I'd like a lake where I thought I could catch something in it. You have a place in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. How far is that from Appleton? Do you know? I don't know where Twin Lakes is. I think Chicago is the OG of states. I don't think Chicago can be the OG of states. Chicago's a city. Even if you said Illinois was the OG of states, and I doubt anyone would say that. Twin Lakes is 10 miles east of Lake Geneva. All right, so you're well south of me. Lake Geneva is just over the border. But yeah, I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, I'm very close to Lake Winnebago. So, but I think I'd like to see some lakes or visit some lakes or find a beach on a lake where I thought it would be neat to, I don't know, swim or whatever. I probably could go to Lake Michigan. It's probably not too far. I'll bet you there's some pretty beaches along the western coast of Lake Michigan, the Wisconsin Lake Michigan border that I've never really been to. Does Chicago have old looking cars? I don't know what you mean, John. Like as in, like Cuba has old looking cars? When you say, does Chicago have old looking cars? I don't know what you mean. I mean, there's probably a few old looking cars in Chicago. But generally, I mean, when I think of Chicago, I don't really think of old looking cars. Yeah, you think it's Cuba. Well, yeah, because I don't think Fidel Castro allowed, they have all the cars that were built like pre-1959. I don't know if they still do. But then Fidel Castro took over and apparently we stopped trading with them and selling them our cars. So they're driving around in a bunch of cars from the 1950s. I bet you they have a lot of good mechanics in Cuba by necessity. You like the Michigan yellow and blue attire? Oh, for the Wolverines? Huh. That's very random. That is very random. So, Jolly Rancher said, if Hawaii police are called 5-0, are Delaware police called 1-0? Are Hawaii, I mean, I don't know if Hawaiian police are called 5-0. Is the 5-0 somehow connected to Hawaii being the 50th state? Does anyone know? I know there was a show, Hawaii 5-0, but I think 5-0 is, I always assumed an expression for cops, not necessarily connected to Hawaii at all. Okay, you call police 502. So, okay, that answer. I didn't think. I know there was a Hawaii 50, but I didn't think it had anything to do with the 50th state. And I think Jolly Rancher's joke had something to do with that because they said, would Delaware be one of them? I'm not totally sure why. But anyway, it's Thursday morning. We have had a glorious audience today. And I'm looking forward to my day. I don't know what it holds. I know I'm meeting a buddy out in a couple hours. I know I'm going to edit some videos. I felt good sinking my teeth into some video editing yesterday, and I got a lot more to do. But and I faced some big fear of mine yesterday, and it went fairly well. I think once that sits in, I'm gonna find some peace and find some okay with it. And until I do, I'm gonna probably, I don't know, pray a lot and enjoy the sunrise, enjoy the cool, fresh fall-like air. I think the Mile of Music is going on this weekend. And honestly, not scheduled to work till Sunday. I might pick up some work between now and then. But part of me would think maybe hanging out and figuring out what the Mile of Music is, maybe doing some videos or what have you. Might be a nice way to spend my day or the next couple days, but I'll probably find my way into work. I need to keep working and keep focused and keep getting better. And maybe I will check out the YMCA. I was thinking what I don't love about the gym that I work at. It's a gym that I work out at. I miss the pull-up bar. And I'd like to keep working on pull-ups because I think that's a really neat measure of strength, I think. It's such a basic exercise. And they're hard to do. So not having a pull-up bar in my gym makes me feel lacking a little bit. Oh. But anyway, again, it's Thursday morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your coffee. Hope you're excited about your day. I'm looking forward to getting out and feeling some cool air on my face. Hope you are having a great week. Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope you're feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.